Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're going to be talking about Rare Beauty. I bought a bunch of products. We're going to be applying them and I'll show you guys how I got this look using everything. I have the primer, the foundation, the concealer, setting spray, and then a couple of the liquid lipsticks. So if you guys want to hear my thoughts on all the products and see how they apply, then just keep on watching. Alright, so I bought a bunch of items from the Rare Beauty line, but I did not get like the liquid blushes or highlighters or the eye products like the eyeliner or the brow pencil. So I have my brows done already, and then for those other items, I'm just going to sub them with some other products in my collection. I didn't want to buy products that I know I don't really use that much. Like I don't use liquid or cream blushes and highlighters often, so I didn't want to get it and know I was never going to use it. So I'm going to start off with the Illuminating Primer. I wasn't sure if I wanted this, but then I saw it came in a mini. So the mini, everything's going to blend in because it's so white. But the mini is $14 and then the full size is $26. The mini is 0.94 of an ounce and then, the full size is 0.94 of an ounce and then the mini is 0.5. So this is a true illuminating primer. I want to say it reminds me a little bit of Hourglass Mineral Veil, but definitely more of like a glowy finish. I have like the L'Oreal Glow Lotion, it reminds me of that. And my Charlotte Tilbury, I think it's called the Glow Wonder Primer. Kind of reminds me of that, but that's tinted. I also have a illuminating primer from Laura Mercier that it has like similar, where it has like the pearl reflective quality to it, but this one, if you guys can tell, it's a lot more of just like a champagne shade. Some of those other primers have more of like a gold hint to it, but this is just like champagne. There's no orangey tan or golden hue, which I like because some of those other primers kind of just change, add like a tint to your skin. Where this, like, you can wear on its own. Like, already you can see my skin looks a lot dewier. But we have the foundation next. This is $29, and I have the shade 240W. So there are 48 shades in the foundation, and this just has, like, a little wand applicator. It has a really good range. It's basically like Fenty, where you have a ton of different undertones. This one's, like, very golden. It looks like yellow when I apply it, which made me nervous when I first put it on, but it does end up blending and matching me perfectly, which is great because I just looked online at Sephora for the foundation. I got everything online, and they do a really great job with the range of foundations and concealers of having a photo of every single one and like swatches and everything like that online so you can find out your shade. So the foundation claims to be buildable and medium to full coverage. This is just the way I've been applying it the last couple of days. I've had it just with a Juno sponge, which is basically a blend between a brush and a regular beauty blender. Just a little bit more, gives you a little bit more coverage than a beauty blender. So you can see it is pretty good coverage. It's definitely medium. So in terms of wear, I have been finding that this foundation like looks the same throughout the day. I did have this on with a mask for most of the day yesterday, and I did have some transfer on my mask. But I think it's just because I was wearing it for so many hours. And I think that just happens with most of my foundations unless they're super, super matte. So I don't think you're gonna have too much of an issue. I do find it to stay pretty matte throughout the day as well. Like I don't find it to get oily or like I need to blot my face. There is a coverage. I should have done one side of my face so you guys can see the difference, but you can obviously see, oh, it looks so yellow. But once I add concealer and everything, it's gonna look better. It just looks like really yellow compared to my neck. All right, so next up, the concealer retails for $19 and it also comes in 48 shades. I believe the shades are like the same as the foundation shades, but I got this in a different shade from the foundation. So I got the foundation in 240W, which is warm, and then I got this one in 230 neutral, so it could be a little bit more brightening and not so like yellow toned. I have found that this concealer, maybe, it looks fine once I blend it out, but when I apply it, it looks way light, right? Like it looks pretty light, but we'll blend it. I do like the little applicator. It's like angled really nicely so you can get precisely like under your brows or whatever area, like my nose. I'll put it there in a little bit as well. I'll use this for eyeshadow primer and I'll do it on the center of my face in a second, but let's blend out the eyes. I feel like that already kind of calms down the golden tone in the foundation by having a little bit of brightness around my eye. So I just set this, I'm using the Born This Way powder from Too Faced, which is my favorite way to set my under eyes. But I do feel like it does give pretty good coverage. Kind of reminds me of like NARS Creamy Radiant, but then add a little bit more of a radiance effect on top of that. I really love the way that it just contours my nose in just one stripe, and using the applicator is literally perfect for nose contour. It's just like such a cool, different applicator compared to a lot of concealers. All right, so since a lot of the face products from Rare Beauty are like the liquid highlighters and blushes, like things like that, I am gonna do some liquid products and some cream products just to kind of keep along the same theme, even though it's not the same brand. I know a lot of people are doing like the full face, but I bought all the makeup and I didn't want to spend more money. So I'm gonna do the cream bronzer from Yensa. You guys know I love this. I really just wanted to focus on the face products for this collection too. I've just been doing really more, natural makeup. I just don't see myself really using cream blushes. I have some and I like them, but I don't even use them that often, so I don't think that new ones would make me use them anymore. So adding the bronzer and the concealer definitely makes the foundation look so much better, a lot less yellow as it did before. So I'm gonna use these Grande Cosmetics liquid blush and highlighter. This is the Grande Pop in Sweet Peach, and what it is, it's obviously a liquid blush, but it's also plumping. So you guys are like the plumping lip glosses, that's what it feels like on my face. It's so funny to me. I just feel like it's a very innovative product. And the first time I used it, I did the mistake of like not reading about the product, and I put it on my eye and I'm like, is my eye supposed to be burning? I definitely did not read the directions or like what the product deal was with these, but it's actually a really cool, innovative idea to do like a lifting face product. And what I like about these is you could probably tell it's like a little creamier and it's not super liquidy. So it basically kind of turns into like a cream as you blend it out. Looks super natural. And then I'm using a highlighter in French Pearl. I might go over with another highlighter too, just for the effect, but let's start off here. I'm just gonna finish setting my face with a Too Faced powder, and I use a complexion brush from Alamar. I've been loving this as my powder brush for the last month or so. I think I got it in a BoxyCharm. It's just like small enough and fluffy for a powder brush. All right, I don't actually think I'm gonna do eyeshadow. I haven't been wearing eyeshadow lately. I just do mascara and a lash. So I might just do that and then finish up with my lip color. All right, so I just threw on some lashes, and then lastly we have some lipstick. So these are the Lip Souffle Matte Cream Lipsticks. It's basically a liquid lipstick, like a comfort matte. It does transfer slightly, but it's pretty much matte. It's gonna wear for a really long time. I've already worn this shade. I'm gonna put this one on first. This is the shade Courage, and I haven't tried on this one, the shade Brave. That's the one that I wanna end up on. So I'm gonna show you guys both. These retail for $20 and they come in 12 shades. It's really pigmented, really opaque, really comfortable. This is what the wand looks like. So this one, Courage, is like a darker mauve tone. Good for fall. It basically reminds me of somewhere between a matte lipstick and a matte liquid lipstick. It's a little bit more like a comfort matte formula. It's really lightweight as well. And it has like this scent that is kind of like sunscreen, like a really light, beachy, a little sunscreen scent. I don't know why. Doesn't say anything about a scent anywhere, I don't think. Yeah, definitely not. But one thing that the package says, it says a whipped lip cream. It's comfortable, one stroke color, vivid, velvety. Velvety is a good way to describe it. Like it's matte, but it has a little bit of a silkiness to it. It's not like a dry, formula for sure. So that's the shade Courage. All right, so this one is in the shade Brave. It's more of like a, kind of like a pumpkin shade for fall, like an orangey. Well, that's actually pretty. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a really pretty fall color. All right, so this is definitely a very interesting color. It's basically like a wearable orange. It's definitely a little bit more muted than those other colors I'm describing. Like, it's basically like an orange nude. It's actually very different from anything I have in my collection. And now having a little bit more of a colorful shade, I wanna apply a little bit more something on my face because I feel like it's a little harsh just having this lipstick and nothing else popping on my face. So I'm just gonna go in with the Georgia blush that I love so much. Just using a couple things that I have right in front of me. Yeah, I think just a little bit of blush, a little extra product would kind of tie things in. Actually, I'm gonna use this one, Crossroads from ColourPop, because this is, oh, now I have a lot of blush on. But this is gonna add just like a little hint of more color. I'll blend it out in a second. It's gonna look a little intense for a minute. Yeah, I feel like that already looks a lot better because before it was just like very much one-dimensional and then bright lips, and I want a little bit more highlighter. I'm gonna use a little bit of a tan shade. This is Jouer Topaz. I just have a bunch of things like in my everyday makeup drawer that I obviously use over and over and I'm using up, so I just want like a little extra glowiness. The cream highlighters on their own, it does look good, but once you add in like a bold color, lip color, I feel like I gotta go a little bit bolder with my face makeup. I'm gonna take the same highlighter just to make it look a little bit more done. I've been loving no eyeshadow lately just because eyeshadow takes so much time and it actually takes way less time for me to just throw on a lash. I'm gonna put a little right here. This is where I love to put highlighter. And that makes it look like an eye look, you know? I mean, maybe not, but compared to nothing at all, I feel like it really makes a difference and it's enough for me. So I'll do this and I might do a little bronzer in my crease, but I think, yeah, I think that just kind of elevated everything. Let me know if you guys can tell a difference because I feel like it just really helped tie my makeup together. Then lastly, we have the setting spray. Now the setting spray is awesome because check out this mist. It's super fine. It's awesome. So this retails for $24. I'm gonna go ahead and just spray this. An herbally scent to it as well. Yeah, I definitely feel like the blush. I love having like a blush focus, chic highlighter focus instead of the eyeshadow. I feel like that really tied everything in. But anyways, that is everything that I got from Rare Beauty. I think for sure my favorite lip products are the lip souffles. Like they're a very different formula from other like liquid lipsticks and lipsticks that I have in my collection. And also the setting spray is probably my favorite as well. Like I know I'm gonna use this whole thing up probably by the end of the year. I do like the primer foundation and the concealer. They're not my favorite things I've ever tried in my life, but I'm going to continue to use them. The primer is a little bit more hydrating sometimes than I need, but if you want like a glowy illuminating primer, it looks gorgeous like with no other makeup on. I think it looks awesome. The concealer is pretty nice. It's not anything life-changing to me. It's hard for me to compare it to anything other than like maybe NARS Creamy Radiant, but just a little bit more dewy than that. For the foundation, I'm thinking it kind of reminds me of this foundation from NARS. This is called their Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. Kind of similar vibe. Like this is more of like a medium coverage, a little bit glowier, but it stays in place. It doesn't move around. It stays matte. So it kind of gives me like that kind of vibe. Like I do really like the foundation. But that is everything for today's video. Let me know if you guys ended up purchasing anything from Rare Beauty. Let me know if you got anything different from me, if I should check any of the other products out. I think the other thing that I'm eyeing right now are the lip balms because I've been loving lip products lately. So let me know if you try those out. And I'll have all of the products that I mentioned today from Rare Beauty and all the other products that I used as well listed down below. And if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll talk to you guys soon in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.